Hey y'all, so this is going to be a quick video that was requested about my hair care routine. I'm going to start out just by talking about hair in general and long hair. This is all my own hair, and it is quite long. You can see it's, boob length. Stuff to know about long hair. The ends of your hair, if your hair is long, are an average of 12 years old. So I'm 24, so if you think about this, the ends of my hair were up here when I was 12. So that's something a little weird to think about. I mean, this is old down here. Therefore, you cannot treat the top of your hair and the bottom of your hair in the same way. It doesn't make any sense to do that. With long hair, it should be washed as infrequently as possible so that you don't have to go through the process of drying it and just heat damaging it. So this is my little video about how I manage that, what shampoos I use, what products I use, and just how I take care of my hair. Okay, the first thing is, I know I said you can't treat the top of your hair like you would treat the bottom of your hair. So for people with long hair, the thing to remember is that for your shampoo, it should be a clarifying shampoo. Clarifying basically means that it's going to get it all clean and put no moisture in the roots. But it's not always going to say clarifying. This is what I use. It's Herbal Essences Body Envy. Things to look for a clarifying shampoo. It has to be clear. If it's not clear, you see this is clear. If it's not clear, it's not a clarifying shampoo. It's just going to add moisture. There's words you can look for, like this says volumizing, which means it's going to get rid of gunk that's up there and dry it out. It could say, for oily hair, could say deep clean shampoo. Sometimes it will say clarifying. Basically what that means is this is really gonna get as much oil as possible out of the roots of your hair. Now for the bottom of your hair, the conditioner, you're gonna want as much moisture as possible. I used another Herbal Essences, Hello Hydration. This is like the strongest hydrating shampoo that Herbal Essences makes, and I just like Herbal Essences. They smell really good and they're not too expensive, and whatever. Words you want to look for with your shampoo: extra moisture, super moisturizing, for long hair. If it says it's for long hair, that means it's gonna have extra nutrients and conditioners for your hair to prevent breakage. If it says for split ends, if it says prevent damage prevention, it's gonna be a good conditioner for long hair. Now there's tips that I'll give you for the shower. When you're in the shower, after you do your shampoo, and I only shampoo the top of my head. I know when I go into the salon, they shampoo like my whole head, and I'm just like, why are you trying out the bottom of my hair? When you put the conditioner on, make sure it's just going on the bottom of your hair. Basically, the parts that feel prickly in the shower when they get wet. You guys know what I mean. And the whole thing about waiting to wash the conditioner out, it's true. You gotta wait, you gotta let it do its job. So what I do is put the conditioner on, then put my body wash on, and then clean my face, and then I'll take the conditioner off. That's my last step. When you rinse off your conditioner, you're gonna wanna change the water temperature to lukewarm. If it's on real hot, it's gonna strip out a lot of the nutrients and proteins and conditioners that you bought the conditioner for in the first place. Now the drying phase. When you get out, first thing, when you turn the water off, squeeze your hair out. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Get as much water out of your hair without a towel as possible. Don't, rough it up. Just squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Then you get your towel. What you're going to do, okay, let me give you an analogy here. You know how they tell you when you're drying your face after you've washed it, you don't want to scrub with the towel because it'll mess up like all the cuticles on your face? It's the same with your hair. What you're going to do is blot, squeeze it, get the moisture out, blot it. Do this for a while. Get all the moisture out of it. Once you've done that, don't do the traditional towel turban, and I'll tell you why. You know what I mean? You flip your hair over, and then you do the turban like that. The reason that's bad is because it forces the cuticles in your hair to go the opposite direction. Cuticles in your hair are supposed to go down, and instead you're pushing them up. So this is how we do the towel turban. This is going to be a little funny, but you're going to start here. Put all your hair back. Get it all in there so you look like a babushka lady. Turn it. And then basically pile this on top of your head. I know it's a little more inconvenient, but you're saving your hair. And it's harder to do when your hair is dry. Okay. Keep it up there as long as you possibly can. You want your hair to be as dry as possible before you use an actual hair dryer on it. So what I do is then I take it down. To comb out your hair, to get the knots out after a shower, you always use a comb. Do not use a hairbrush to comb out your hair after the shower. This is going to pull hair out of your head. You don't want to do that. You want to use a comb. Untangle it. It's not going to damage your hair. It's just going to get the tangles out, release softly. Then what I do, because I want to make sure that my hair is as dry as possible before I start using a hairdryer, is I take either paper towel or tissue or toilet paper, get a big chunk of it and blot it like I did with the towel. Blot my hair all over, get the moisture out. Blot it all over, get the moisture out. The longer you can delay using the hair dryer, the better. So you're drying your hair. Make sure you've got the hair dryer pointed down to go along with your cuticles. Don't point your hair dryer up like this. It's going to rough up your cuticles. If you want to flip your hair upside down, blow dry it down, that's a really easier way to do that. I do that a lot. It prevents split ends because it stops the air from flowing up and then making more split ends. So I say dry your hair about 90%, and then do whatever you're going to do to it. If you're going to do a blowout, do it then. I never do a blowout because I really don't know how to do it. So basically my hair is dried like almost all the way. I put it back in a clip. I do my makeup. When I get done, it's dried all the way, and I'm either going to leave it, straighten it, curl it, whatever. Now, I told you want to wash your hair as infrequently as possible. There are things you can do to help with that. If your hair is real oily, like your scalp is real oily, before you go to bed, the day that you've washed your hair, baby powder. Put it on, let it soak up oil, rub it in your scalp, brush it out, whatever. It doesn't matter if your scalp is white because it's going to go away in the night. The oil gets sucked up. You've also got the option of dry shampoo, which I use all the time. These are all over the drugstore now. It used to be a pretty only high-end product. Basically what it is, you spray this on your hair, on the roots, or anywhere it gets oily, like here, here, back here. You leave it in for a while, you rub it out, you brush it out, and the oil brushes out with it. As for products, I keep my hair pretty product free because well, products just add oil. Products are gonna wear your hair down, add oil, make you have to wash your hair more. There are two things that I use the most often. One is the dry shampoo. One is hairspray. Gotta love Aqua Net. I use this every day. Aqua Net isn't sticky and it doesn't add grease to the hair. It just makes it, when it dries, it's touchable and it's still good, and I mean, it's a standard for a reason. About every week or so, I'll put on some kind of split end mender after I get out of the shower and before I dry my hair. This is a good one. It's a Neutrogena triple moisture. It's just, you know, any of these is fine. Put it on the bottom ends of your hair, comb it, and then blow dry your hair. Brush your hair before bed. Get to even out all the oils. Get a good brush. Last thing I'm going to talk about is coloring your hair. I'm a natural blonde, and so as you can see, my hair is a lot darker than blonde. I dye my hair, I have my hair dyed at the salon about every 5 or 6 months. And I do have, I don't know if you can even see, like blonde highlights underneath. In between, I use root touch-up kits. You don't have to go to the salon that often and get your roots done anymore because of root touch-up kits, which are a gift from God. Just, they blend in with your hair. They don't damage the hair. They actually add moisture to the hair. If you have long hair, you're not gonna want a ton of chemical processes on it all the time, or it's gonna damage it. If you have any questions, if you want to know how to grow your hair longer, if you want to know how long this took me, if you just have any questions, put them in the comments. I'll put a link to my Tumblr in the comments. I'll put all the products that I've mentioned in the comments or in the description box. And you guys just comment, like, subscribe. I love talking to you guys again.